Your question is why
organisations need to do this.
Your question is why do organizations need to do this? My answer is why not? And if not now, when? If organizations do not act now, the risk is they will become redundant. Redundant to society, redundant to the industry, because nobody wants to work with them. They are no longer like-minded. They are not in touch, with society, and what is a very present, danger facing us today. When we look at the built environment, there are different stakeholders involved. You've got architects, design teams, you've got contractors, you've got development managers, you've got funders. And so funders and their investment partners, they use ESG, as a tool, like I said earlier, and to assess material risks and growth opportunities. So they use this non-financial factors, environmental, social, governance, to assess whether a development project is right for them or not. Well, I think they need to understand what investors are looking out for. They need to understand what their partners and investors are interested in, and they need to engage with them, to be able to respond fully and appropriately, because this cannot be another box ticking exercise. ESG is going beyond compliance. It's being very conscious, of your social responsibility, of your environmental impact. You've got to do it properly. So understanding where you're at, understanding your organizational philosophy and your vision, it's got to marry into it. It's not another add-on. It's not another afterthought. It's got to be part of the organizational DNA, because that then precipitates or just comes through and crystallizes into how projects and developments are delivered, and that is essential, to a successful ESG strategy and delivery on projects. So first of all, understanding the baseline, where you are, what it means to your organization, wiring or, so building that into the fabric, of the corporate organization, and then pulling that into very clear action steps or action plans, which you can then measure and track progress over time. And essentially, it's important to also engage with relevant stakeholders on that and be transparent and honest enough to show where you're at. There will be points and cases where there might be a bit of regression. It's not a big problem, and there'll be cases where there'll be progressions, but the important thing is to track it. Progress might be slow in certain aspects, and it might be quicker in other aspects, but it is important to be honest and transparent, and to keep a pulse or a finger on the pulse, and ensure that you're doing all the right things to get you to where you really need to be.